Mnangagwa is reported to have procured vehicles for prosecutor generals. You know, there is this thing that comes into my mind. Everything for civil servants or even Zimbabwean celebrities by this government of Emerson Mnangagwa is bought for people. Vehicles are bought for the civil servants who are working, being paid. This speaks volumes about this government. Why giving these vehicles to prosecutors? Because prosecutors belong to the system and they advance the interest of the system, particularly on political matters that features the system against the people of Zimbabwe. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Nipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So the pictures that you see on the portrait, they are the pictures of government, prosecutors from the government. And these the vehicles, they are given by the government. They are working for the government, but the government of Zimbabwe is giving the prosecutors these vehicles. Who are the prosecutors? The prosecutors in Zimbabwe, they are working with the prosecution and they are working with, I think it must be the Attorney General. They are the ones that actually lead to your arrest, especially if you have got a matter against the state. Most of the matters against the state usually are political issues in Zimbabwe. Of course, matter and some unreported issues. Automatically, the state takes up those issues, especially if they have got prima facie evidence that you have committed a crime one way or another. Now, why give everybody? That's the concern that I have. Why everybody in Zimbabwe is given vehicles by the government? Why are people not able to actually buy their vehicles? Everybody is given vehicles. The artists are given vehicles. The Politburo members are given vehicles. The Central Committee members, very influential people in our societies. Even those who work, who are paid through taxpayers' money, the very same taxpayers' money is used to bribe them with the vehicles. And this is quite simple. For prosecutors, it tells them that you do your job in recognition of the interest of the person who gave you these vehicles. And all the vehicles that are donated, be it to prosecutors, be it to magistrates, be it to judges, these vehicles, we are told, they have been donated by the president. And we know that Mnangagwa has no money. The money that he has, he is looting that particular money from the citizens of Zimbabwe. That is the honest and the innocent truth. The man has no money. He loots the money from the citizens. It is my money, it is your money that buys. And I'm worried about an economy that is being created, an economy whereby people are actually given things. ZANU-PF is creating dependency on the citizens of Zimbabwe. A properly run economy, an economy that is working, the government does not give people freebies. The government creates an economic environment where me and you, we can be able to work, we can be able to use our energy, our brains to make money, and we can these luxuries for ourselves. Something like a vehicle, it's a luxury that should be bought using personal money, not the money that is taken fraudulently from the state. So most probably prosecutors are expected to be busy, taking consideration there is the 31st of July. Zimbabweans are tired of this government. The high probability people will protest. That is why you have seen a multifaceted effort to try and make sure that they discourage protesters. Anyone who is discouraging protesters, my brothers and sisters, it's just so simple. If you see yourselves discouraging, because now the most logical thing to do in Zimbabwe circumstances, taking into consideration that there is Cap 3, which has been forced into the throat of the people of Zimbabwe. It has been made a legislation, but that doesn't make it a people-centered legislation. The legislation that brings peace should be people-centered. Surely, a constitutional act number 3 of 2026 does not in any way or in any dimension or angle bring the envisaged peace to the people of Zimbabwe. That is why I continually say people should fight for their freedom. There will be many who will actually fall on the wayside. There will be many who will get tired of fighting with the enemy, maybe because of the tools and the instruments. There are many who are pretending to be fighting against the enemy, being blinded amongst us in an effort to try and siphon information from us. There are many. That's why in Zimbabwe, I learned one thing from a very young age. I don't trust anybody. I can talk with a lot of people, but I cannot reach a level of trusting anybody, especially in Zimbabwe. I've seen people turning against the people, especially most of our people have become selfish, especially those who end up joining ZANU-PF. For myself, I've got a lot of friends. When we were growing up, we were criticizing ZANU-PF a lot. Most of them, they are now dining with ZANU-PF. It happens. It so happens. But that does not mean, I think ever since I started to know what ZANU-PF is all about, I've always dedicated myself to fight against this regime, no matter what it takes. It has to fall, it has to be fought, it has also to be defeated, and it will eventually be defeated. There is even kingdoms, there is no kingdom that stays forever. At one point, kingdoms are destroyed. So this one that is in the making is going to be dismantled. Maybe before even it is being solidified and created by Emerson Mnangagwa. The current economic woes as well as the political situation in Zimbabwe is unbearable for the people of Zimbabwe. And naturally, the people will end up having no choice but to fight against this regime. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Is signing out. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side of the live broadcast as I give you more